So I'm presenting more or less same case, bilateral valgus deformity, 65-year female, rheumatoid. I'm presenting here right side. It was 10-degree correctable. So these are the pre-op X-ray, AP and lateral view. That's a merchant's view. We can appreciate that's a subluxation of the patella. So as per Ranawat et al., it was type 3 deformity. Patient was very difficult in walking because of the gross deformity on the right side. We all know valgus is a multiplanar dynamic deformity. It's a required 3D orientation of bone and tissue. If deformity is more than 10 degree, it's challenge to the surgeon. Complication rate is slightly higher like peroneal nerve palsy, patellar maltracking, flexion extension instability. After anesthesia, we just assess how much it was correctable. In this case, right side, it was partially correctable in coronal as well as in sagittal view. So, plan of action. Case is open for discussion about the approach, valgus angle, and soft tissue releases.
Yeah, sure. So I think we went down our approach already. So who's doing this medial parapatellar for this knee? Raise your hand. So, and then who's going lateral? Anyone? One lateral. Okay. And why don't you explain your approach for lateral? The benefit of the do you do that in all type 3 valgus knees? Or is that in all type 1 and type 2 as well? Let me just tell us about why you go lateral.
So I went through anterolateral approach in this case only because of as per the Cablis, indication was rigid valgus with fixed flexion deformity or subluxating patella in a skyline view or any hardware on the lateral side or previous lateral scar. Definitely it's having the advantage that you can directly visualize all the lateral structure, or if you require any sliding lateral condylar osteotomy can be done easily. So we know that's a little bit demerits about the anterolateral approach because of the jealous release may lead to instability, difficulty in a closure, lot of experience is required. Orientation is totally different for the surgeon as well as assistant. So we planned 3-degree valgus, minimal bone cuts, distal cut medialized. The entry point came in line of the canal, femoral canal. So we did coplanar, we tried to maintain it. Tibial side content defect was there. We kept femoral valgus 3-degree, but we were not able to balance knee in flexion as well as in extension, even though we released the posterior capsule, PCL, and IT band subperiosteally. Then we plan for the sliding lateral condylar osteotomy in this case. And after this, we posterized and distally we fixed and trial and implant. That was quite stable. We used only PS knee. Tracking was okay. Extension, flexion, little laxity we accepted. No semi-constant joint use in this case. These are the immediate post-op. We did stage bilateral. After 2 to 3 months, we did the left side, and patient is, that's a status how the patient was walking after 3 months. Thank you.